Well, the rain has set in for the night. It's about 2:30 in the morning. Gotta get out and fix one of my tent stakes. Or my tarp poles. This wind's coming through here pretty hard. Good morning, everybody. Tell you what, last night was a home day. That system rolled through. It's about 48 degrees this morning, but she was windy, rainy. It poured cats and dogs for a little bit. The wind, I know I was up at 2 o'clock this morning trying to secure my flap on my tarp. Had worked its way loose, so it was windy. I'll tell you what, the ones that's been out there praying for a safe journey, I thank you, because sometimes the wind would hit the tarp on that hammock. It sounded like a Mack truck was coming through it. But trying to climb Kelly's Knob here, and I think there's a couple of false summits on. I done crossed one. So we'll work our way to the top. Tell you what, the temperature's about 40 degrees. It's been sleeting and snowing a little bit, off and on, just kind of, I think it's coming off some of the higher elevations. But went uphill and had a pretty good downhill grade, and then going uphill again, trying to get the Addis Gap. I love how the sun's shining through and the mist and everything's on the leaves and the fog coming through. Video just don't do it justice, but it's gorgeous. Tell you what, I got sweaty coming off of, coming into Dix Creek, and then it rained and mist up on that mountain. Got down there, stopped and ate some lunch, and got cold, and the temperature is about 38 now. So they said it's supposed to get down in the 20s. So anyway, I'm wrapped up like a chicken going up through here. It's been a pretty good day. Not much to see. I'll turn the camera around. I mean, not as much fog and stuff as what's been throughout the whole day and yesterday. The sun had come out on top of the other mountain coming down in the Dix Creek, but I guess it's went and hit again. But the wind's been something else. I guess it's blowing in the front. All that wind last night and the night before made me think of a story my granddaddy told. My granddaddy was a sawmill man, but he about got caught by the revenuer in his young age. So he decided he was going to take off and go to California, and he did go to California, and he assisted in some of the cutting of the redwoods and stuff like that during the 40s. But anyway, him and one of his buddies, they decided to hitchhike out across the country to go to California. And anyway, the old way, I-40 wasn't completed or all the way through, so you had to go back in through Hot Springs and up through there. So anyway, they got up in there after a couple of days of traveling and everything, and they stopped to rest, and the wind had got up that night. There's on the side of a hill and everything where there's sleeping at, and they ended up through the night. I guess, you can't sleep on a hill. You're going to end up at the bottom of the hill. So they did. They ended up at the bottom of the hill. Well, anyway, they was coming back out the next morning, and they'd come out, by a house. The roof was messed up on it, or a barn, the roof was off it. And my grandpa asked one of the fellers that's fixing the roof on his house, said, what happened? And he said, well, didn't you know a tornado come through here last night? So anyway, it just made me think of that, all that wind. It just, something is on my mind. Coming out of Plumtree Gap. It's turning out to be a pretty day. It's gorgeous. If the trees was out of the way, it'd be a really beautiful view, but with the leaves off, you can see some mountains off there in the distance. I love how the train is through here. Just kind of eases gradually up through here and everything, with all the hills and everything else to climb today. But then you get up here and Lord have mercy, North Carolina, Georgia line. So one state's off the map. Bly Gap, my home for tonight. Go down here and see if I can find somewhere out of the wind.